Hello, 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 wherever you are located, my glorious Blender or 3D family. I hope wherever you're located on this planet Earth that you are having a celestial day, evening, or night, wherever you're located. Today on my Blender channel, I'm going to be dealing with the shaders. I'm going to be dealing with a scene that many of you have seen before. We all have seen this. So let me dive right in to this quick little video on shaders. Okay. Here's my scene right here. Here's my setup. Over to my right, we all have seen this scene before with the white side and the black side. Now, you know, good people, when you're shading something, what can I make with that? It don't matter what's the figure is, whether I make a heart that you have seen before, a diamond or square. Usually, when we get those tutorials, it's always black and white. And what can be made with black and white? I'm going to get my color ramp as a little demonstration to see what in the world can I do. Converter, color ramp. Right here, the color hasn't changed. Let me zoom in. I'm going to add me a couple colors. I'm going to hit the plus sign. 1, 2. I'm going to evenly distribute steps evenly. I'm going to make this a reddish color. And I'm going to make this. Click on this. I'm gonna make that a greenish color. So we see right there when your shader is completely black, completely white, you cannot make anything discernible. But I was discovering today and yesterday, my people, how in the world can I add some shades of gray to that black figure? Because that's how the shaders work.
In 600
you need some shades of gray.
Turn left on La Plata Avenue
to get anything to work. And it's simple.
Turn left on Grand View Avenue.
Let me go up here to my at my favorite one, texture. And I'm just using the texture as an example. You can make your own textures if you want to, but I'm just using the standard textures with Royal. And I'm just going to click it right here. Oh, before I do that, I want to go over something else. If you're new to Blender, a simple design. Mapping, you don't have to worry about. So if I take it off, you see it's still there, but it's in a different position. So mapping just make you be able to move in the simple form. You just can move things around in its simplest form. You can do a lot more, but in its simplest form, it just enable you to map, move it. See, I'm moving it now. X and Y, and I'm not worrying about the Z. So that's all mapping basically do in its simplest form. If I scale it, see, that's what it's doing. In its simplest form, that's what Mapless does. Okay, so then I went over here to separate. I went over separate X, Y, Z. Most of my information is coming from add and converter. You see my converter list? I have right down here, separate X, Y, Z, or you can use separate RGB. Most of the time, 90% of the time, people using separate X, Y, Z. Then I use my math node. You see over here, it has subtract. To get to subtract, I want to add, I want to convert again, and you see my math node. Then I click, then I just chose subtract. Now I'm just going to write the equation that I used when it was in its basic form before I start moving things around. The thing that I used was y
in 3 miles
equal
turn left on Hillen Road.
X. But you know, in Blender and most shaders, there's no such thing as a equal. So I just did this, and this all coming from Algebra 1. As soon as you go to Algebra 1, you learn about y equal x. That makes that diagonal line, which you saw earlier before I decided to move things around. Let me see if if I can put it close back to what it was. Oops. I want to put it close back. I'll rotate it. Rotate X. I'll put it close back to the way I had it. Rotate Y. Maybe scaling it. Alright, I'll put it close back to what I had it before. So it was something like this. Yeah, it was something like this. Okay, that's good. Alright, then I got, so in blending and most shaders, there's no such thing as a equal. So I just used simple algebra. I just said X. I subtracted Y from both sides minus Y. And that's why you see right here, I'm going to X. Then I have my subtract right here. Then I have minus Y. That's for the new people. Now you know how I got that that diagonal shape. Then also, since this is a computer, you know it goes from 0 to 1. Anything less than 1 will become black or shades of black. That's why it's dark. Anything greater than 1 will be white. So that's how synapses for the day. So now I'm getting back to, I want to try to add some type of texture, some type of pattern to this black thing, so I can use my color ramp if I can. All right, so let's see. All I want to do is go ahead to add. In this case, I'll choose my favorite one, boy no texture. Then all I'm just gonna do is just connect it. Oops, I still have it on the drawing tool. So let me put it back up on here. Let me hit T to get rid of that. So I want to connect it to color to color. Let's see what happened. And then we see, remember I was adjusting it. Now we see it has some color. And it's doing that because of my color ramp right here. Let me take off, mute my color ramp. And we see the void noise is there. Every time we watch those videos, now I'm gonna see if I can make it a shade of gray by connecting to factor. Oh, by factor it took the whole thing. Well, I can put it on distance. Let me try distance. And you see right here, it's a shade of gray. Every time somebody gives us a demonstration, they make everything black. But you see now, I got some little patterns there, and now you can actually make something because we got these different shades right here. Let me see right here. I have it off. Let me turn it back on. And now because I turned it on, you see my color ramp is kicking in. Because the color ramp, dear people, is kicking in. Because, let me delete my color ramp again. Let me connect it now to here. And you see it just gray right there. But my color ramp will work now because the whole thing is not black. And that was this video was about today. How to get rid of all black and put a pattern there. All you gotta do is use your mix node. I go up here to add. I choose color. And here's my mix node right here. And you see it's identical right beneath it. Identical. And I should put it on, because I have it on difference. It's best to have it on mix. Let me see. Here's mix at. Mix right here. And see, but it still looks the same as difference. And that was it. All I did was that simple thing right there. And I got I got rid of that ugly that's black. Now you can manipulate it and do what you want to do and make something and make a wonderful shader. Let me add my color ramp again. Let's see what we can do with this color if I put some more colors in here. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong down. Oops, sorry about that, people. All right, let me cut it right here. Let me go to add converter, color ramp, drop it in, and then let me click on black. Let's see what happened. You see? Now it affecting the whole thing, but I'm just wondering about that little area that I had down there, right there. Let me do white and see what happened. See, the area is becoming more white. So before, all the times we did it, it was always that ugly black. Now let me add some little colors in here. Let me click on this 3 times. 1, 2. I want to evenly displace it. Distribute evenly. Let me make this color. And can I click on it? I'll make it blue. And you see it's turning blue. Let me zoom in some more so you can see it. And it got some different patterns in there too. It's not just a solid dark blue. Let me click this. I want to make this a yellowish color if I can. Let me make it light as possible. A yellowish or maybe green. And you see it's starting to slowly change. I'll make it green. And as I move this, let's see what happens as I move this slider. Oh, well, as I move it closer to here. Yeah, you see that? It got some definition to it. Not solid black. You got me? Not solid dark black. Now, the shade has more meaning to me. Before, like we saw in all them thousands and thousands of YouTube videos, when the thing was black, it didn't have no meaning for me. It ain't mean much. But now it means something because I know I can adjust different colors. I can make something now. So that's it, my good people. The object of this lesson is when you get that hideous black figure that all the thousands of YouTube videos make, all you gotta do is just add your, I'm gonna circle it. All you guys have to do is add your mix shader in, a simple mix shader. And then if you don't feel like you can make your own pattern. I can make a big pattern, but if you just want to use you can make your own textures if you want to. You can make your own textures. But if you just want to stay with the blended basic textures, all you need is this one, the mix RGB, and you just need 2, just a texture. And you done on making something wonderful. Thank you for stopping by. I hope this gave you some insights on how to get rid of that ugly black thing that everybody always keeps standing on. Keep it on, because when it is black, you can't make nothing with that. What texture can you make with that solid black background? Because if you give it a color, it's going to